Sound, transition, wave. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing okay? What have you been up to since last week?
Well, let's see. Way to work Wednesday. My check engine light came on.
Oh, that is the opposite of fun. Um,
Yeah.
so, do you still have an engine?
Yeah, I'm waiting on a second opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't get me in until the 29th. So,
Ah, that's frustrating.
yeah, the one place told me I needed a new transmission. I think it's just the TCM,
Mm-hmm.
but which is the module, which would
Yeah.
be like a tenth of what they were saying price wise. It's like, yeah. So,
Is it
So, but if it does turn out that a new, transmission, it'll just be a new car.
Yeah. Um. So, that would be next Tuesday. Will that interfere with Sudoku at all?
No,
Probably not. That'd be pretty late.
the 31st is the earliest they can get it in. I'll
Okay.
drop it off Wednesday night,
Mm,
which is it's Thursday, so I don't know what
yeah.
I was thinking. So, yeah, fun stuff on my end.
Yeah. All
I
right.
took vacation this week, so I don't have to drive.
Nice. Yeah. It would be quite unpleasant to find out the car is in a non-drivable state. Um.
In the middle of driving it.
Yeah.
But driving when I bringing it home, check engine light went off was not on at all, and it ran smooth as can be, so
Mm.
which is another reason I think it's just the TCM and they just
Mm. Did you take it to the Ford garage or did you take it to
no,
a different place?
I took it someplace closer to where I work because, I was on my way into work.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So,
All right. Yeah. All right. Um. Can't think of what have I been up to. I have been house hunting. So we found a place that we applied to and um, got our application accepted. So we're trying to move this weekend. So excited for that. And by excited, I mean incredibly anxious. But I will survive. Um, Aside from that, haven't been up to too much else that it was um doing. Yeah. So just trying to get through each day by day. Um but yeah. So uh I'll have to figure out exactly how streaming next work week is going to work. Um but I'll get that sorted. Won't be hopefully not too difficult. So yeah. Alright. I have said the things. But the background will eventually look different. Um,
oh, good job.
so, second, yeah. So there's a puzzle. Move that over there. And this is a puzzle that we were working on last week. We weren't able to complete it, but it is called Dark Magic by Geese Mania. Hopefully that is correct. Draw 9 non-overlapping 3x3 boxes and fill them with the digits 1 through 9 such that no digit repeats in a row, column, or box. Cells outside these 9 boxes should be left empty. Any 3x3 box that is not in the corner of the grid must also be a magic square. For example, each 3-cell row, or IE doesn't stand for example, does it?
Um, IE, it S, that is.
Ah, That is,
Each is
each
example.
yeah, um, uh, each 3-cell row, column, and main diagonal of that box must sum to the same total. Black dots separate digits whose ratio is written on the dot. White dots separate consecutive digits. A clue outside the grid gives the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal, and digits along the thermometer increase from the bulb end. Digits cannot repeat on the blue diagonal, and all clues inside the grid must fully fit inside the 3x3 boxes, except the blue line. So, the gray squares are where all of the centers cannot be. Which means it may be more useful to highlight where the centers can be. And then we can get rid of gray. So I need to place 3 more
In row and 9, 8, row 7, which is where the bottom where the purples are. The purple's on the right. The one on the left cannot be a center because it would have to be either 1, 9 or 3, 7 bounding the 5 going vertically.
but the 1,
But that
3.
would be breaking by that. So actually anything in that row is going to be
And since I need 2 over here, then it can't be these 2, because if it was
right.
both of them, that would break this one. Or excuse me, they would both have to be 5. So this one must be a center, and that gives us our 3x3 box here.
And now the one directly below that cannot be a center.
Right. So this one must be, that's a 5, and these ones cannot be. 2, 6, 7. This is a 5.
Takes 5 out of that row. And adjusts what's across the Kropke dot.
Sure does. Can't put 4 or a 6.
The purple on the right of possible centers. If the one on the right is a 5, vertically it's going to have either 3, 7 or 1, 9. Well, there's a 7 above, but that contains either 1, 9 on the Kropke, 1 or 9 on the Kropke dot.
1 and 3.
And you didn't share the link.
Oh, right, I did not share the link.
I just noticed that.
And copy. Dark magic. And 1 puzzle link. I should also pull this up on my phone. I was late getting to Sudoku, so that's why I'm not quite prepared. But while I'm getting this pulled up, do you see anything else?
I do.
Nice.
The last 3x3 that was determined, the horizontal across the center cannot be 1, 9 because it would break the next box over.
Right here. So around 7, I need 8.
Right.
So 4 and 8 are gone. So 2 and 6 are gone because I need 12 around the 3. 3, 8, 4. 3 is gone. 7 is gone.
The croppy dot
2,
is
6.
solved. The 4-8
Is
pair.
right, yeah. 2, 6 pairs can make that 3, 7. 6, 8. It's going to take 6 out of the middle. That's not a 3. That
Box
makes
9
6.
is okay. Finish that. Okay.
Not a 6, not a 9. 1, 9 takes 9 out. Makes this a 4. This 6 makes that 4 and 5. Okay, these 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 7, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 6, 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 9, and 4. Now these have to be 1, 9, and a 7 and a 3 because of the 3 here. So we get 2, 6, and 4, 8. So 4, 8 is going to make that 2 and 1, 9 and 6, 4 and 8 here. Do we have anything fancy going across this way? 2, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, and a 3, 7, 5. So this diagonal here, the yellow diagonal, is 6, so that's a 4. That's an 8. Which
22.
should give us 6 and 2.
Little killer has 13, so it sums to 9. That doesn't work. 9, 10, 14 sums to 8. I apparently can't add.
It is difficult sometimes. 3 connects to 4, not 6, so that's 6 over here.
4 pairs with 8 around the 3.
Yeah. There we go. First try. And then, oops, that's not the right button. I have too many apps open. It actually might be useful if I use Windows' ability to create multiple desktops, but it doesn't matter. Column 1 followed by column 2. That is not the button I want. I will be very sad. Alright. So, difficulty-wise, we were quite tired, which is why we pretty much immediately got everything that was happening today.
Right. Well, plus it was also what? 10:20, something like that.
Yeah.
It
So
was right past our stop time, so
I might say average. Like there were a few like tricky stuff.
yeah, there was one thing Tolrak mentioned.
Yeah.
Got us
Torak pointed
centered
out
on
this crappy dot and a couple other things.
yeah.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah. Good puzzle. I'm going to say it's on the higher side of average, at least. So, but average. Most people are rating average, so seems reasonable to me. In that case, we are done with that puzzle. I have saved it in my notes. So now we are on spiraling spiraling circles by pulsar. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each into every row and column. A digit in a circle indicates the number of circles that contain that digit. Alright, that's it. Well, how many circles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, hold on. We have, excuse me, because this column, and actually this row as well, match up, we have to have 45 circles. So that's going to be 9 plus another 8,
Yes.
which is 17. Plus another 7, which is going to be 24. Plus 6 for 30. Plus 5 for 35. Plus another 5 for 40. Plus another 5 for 45. Okay, so that is accurate. Now, I have to place the digits.
If you considered that row 1 is the digits 1 through 9, that takes care of it right there.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that that was accurate. Yeah. And so with the 1 through 9 being 45 in both row 1 and column 9, and the number that goes in the circle tells you how many times that number is in a circle, where can I place the number 1 in this row and this column? Well, if I place the row 1 here, then I would have to put it again over here, but now there are 2 1s. And since that's not allowed, there's only one place that it can go where it is allowed, where it covers those bases. And now I ask, where does 1 go in this column and this row? Well, it has to not go in another circle. And then that's going to give us the 1 here, and might give us this one, because it can't go in a circle. It can't go there or there, so that's a 1. And this column...
Nope, column 5.
Here, nope, 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 and no circles. And
now
then...
you can do column 6. No. Yeah, you can do row
6.
3.
Yeah, I think rows are going to be easier because no circles and not this one. And then this one, not there, and then no circles. This is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it should just be in the one place there isn't a 1 already. There.
Now you need a 2 in column 2, or a column 9, row 9, and row 1.
Yeah. So where can I put 2 in this column? It has to go in a place where, because of the 2 2s that must go, in these 2 areas, as well as this column and this row, I believe these 2 are the 2 2s. Because if I put a 2 here, then this one would also have to have a 2. And that would be 3 2s. So it can't go there, and it must go here. Does that seem right?
I had initially intended row 9 and column 9 as the...
Yeah. As the first one to look at.
Yeah. But since we have to look at 2 different rows that we can do that with.
Mm-hmm. But for the rest of the places, that should be, we need a 2 here, has to go in the gap. We need a 2 here, no circles, can't go there because of that one. Where else? About here? Can't go in circles. It's not a 1, but we've got 2 options. This one, no circles, not 1, so that takes, that out. This column, not in a circle, not a 2, or not next to a 2, not a circle. Got those options still. This one has a 2, this one, 2, circle, circle, 1, circle, 2, circle. There's our 2. And here, circle, 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 circle. 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 1, 2 in a row. And then that should be all our 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then 3s?
9s.
9s?
All the 9s have to be in circles. Column 1 has 1 circle.
So there's our first one.
Column 8.
One remaining
Column
circle that can't
3.
be. And it can't be the bottom or the top, so it must be in this circle.
Column 5.
1, 2, 3. Must be in a
Oh.
circle, but we've got 2 options.
Okay, it must be column 6. I was on the wrong side. Column 6 and then column 5.
So must be in a circle, and then no, 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 9, 9.
Column 4.
Doot, 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 doot.
Column 7.
Rows. Column 7. 9, 1, 9, 9, 9, 9, 2, 9.
And then column 2.
Here, and then there.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. So we can
8s would work like the 9s.
Yeah. So we can look at column 8 here, and that's going to leave us an 8. And how
Column
about
3.
row 8?
Oh, yeah.
Column 3. The top one doesn't work,
But
and
there's
this is
going to
the
be
only other one.
There's going to be one that's not on a circle.
Right.
But
it has to be in column 1.
It has to be in column 1, yeah.
Yeah. And row 2. And since it has to be in both, it must be here. Although we really should have done that before we started putting it in all the other circles.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Column
6.
So this one, because this one's got an 8 there, that one's got an 8 there, that one's got a 9 in it.
Column 5.
Doot.
Column 4.
No, 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 no.
Column 7.
Doot, 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 doot. Probably get a row. Not that we're that far in. So this row,
Column
that
2.
8, and it has to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7s or 3s?
Well, let's see. Seven is going to have 2 rows without circles.
Yeah.
So rows 2 and 7 will have 7s without circles.
We have columns that are going to have
Column
the same.
3. Oh, yeah. Column 1
Column 3 is probably going to have this, but column 1.
and column 8.
So it has to be these two that have the 7, because this sees both of those intersections, right?
Right.
I probably shouldn't have gone with purple and orange. Those aren't really easy to tell the difference apart. But
So choose something
it's
next time.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah. Now
swap
column.
them out. Orange
Now column
with
3.
red and purple. Those are a little easier. Column 3. This is the only remaining circle. Row 4, I believe. This is the only remaining circle. And then how about
Column 6.
6. Not the top circle, but the bottom one.
Column 5.
This one.
Column 4.
It's going to have to be here.
Column 7.
No. There. No.
Column 2.
Right here. Yeah. That should be all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3s should be pretty similar, where there's only 3 in circles. Oh, wait a second.
What?
Threes and 6s pair together. 1s and 8s pair together. 2s and 7s pair together. 3s and 6s pair together. And then 4s and 5s pair together. 9 doesn't pair with anything because 9 had to be all in circles. There was no outside of the circles. Whereas 1 and 8 had to be 8 in circles and 1 outside, whereas 1 is 1 inside and 8 outside. So, so 3 or 6, it's not really going to matter too much what the difference is, but we're going to have 3 columns. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3.
If we look at the...
And then 3 rows.
Yeah. Without circles. 2,
1,
8, 4. Doesn't have any circles left.
And then if we just look at the intersections, so that's going to have to be here. Wait, no, 6. And that's going to be 6 and 6. And then we could do the same thing where...
Well, if we can finish the 6s.
Yeah.
Because column 6.
It's A6. Row... this one. Row 6. Into 6. And now this row is only 1 circle here.
Column
there's probably
7.
a column 7. It's going to be...
Oh, wait a minute, there's 2.
Actually 3 in this one.
Column 5.
Yeah, 6 down here.
Column 4.
So that should be here.
Now column 7.
This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now if we do 3s, there can only be 3 in circles. So 1 and
row
2.
3 has nothing but circles left. Same with row 1.
3 and
row
row
9.
9. And then column 7.
And 2.
And so then we need a 3 on this intersection, and that intersection. And now the rest of the 3s go in the remaining spot on the outside. So like this needs a 3. So that was the row. Where's the column that has only a single?
Row 5.
5 is going to be here. Then we've got column 4. How about column 5?
Two left. Looks like
row
columns
6.
3 and 6.
And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. And now 4s and 5s are the remainder. So there should still be one row or column that has only one left. And I think that's this one. And there. I think these two have to be 5s. Because if they were 4s, well, we know that those two have to be one of each. These two are one of each. That's 3 one of eaches.
Well, one of those is a column. It needs to all be either rows or columns.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all of the 4s. So this cannot be a 4, therefore it's a 5. Cool. If we had done all rows, that would have gotten that as the 5. And similarly, solved the puzzle. So let's take a look at Spiraling Circles by Pulsar. See if that's on Logic Masters Germany. Get it saved into my notebook. There it is. This was a pretty easy puzzle. Row 5. I'm gonna say very easy. Like, if you grasp the rules at all, then it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I'm gonna say that it's very easy. I think very few puzzles are going to have an easier argument for very easy. Yeah, alright. And I have saved it into...
It was nice, though.
It was definitely a nice puzzle. Yeah, but I pretty much rate every puzzle as very nice, unless, like, there's actually, like, something that I find really annoying about it. Either the rules are weird, or, like, it just requires a lot of fiddliness. But otherwise, like, difficulty for me has no impact on the quality of the puzzle.
This is true.
So
this is an agreeable statement.
Yeah. And for the most part, I don't even know, like, how exactly to quantify, like, the difference between, like, very nice, average. To put it as not very nice or not nice at all, I would have to, like, not like the puzzle, which I'm not sure. There would have to be some, like, really specific reason as to why I don't like the puzzle for me to, like, mark it as not nice in any way. Average, I'd have to feel ambivalent. Like, that was a puzzle. It sure was. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with very nice and very easy. Rating has been submitted, so We are on to puzzle number 3 for today. A dot of killer heat. A dot of... Let's capitalize properly. Copy the link. Enter. A dot of killer heat by Chip Sounder. Place each of the digits 1 through 8 in every row, column, and 2 by 4 box without repetition. Digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb end. Digits cannot repeat in a cage, and if a number is shown, that is the sum of the cage. Digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 1 to 2. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. So this is going to be the smaller digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the higher digit is going to be 2, 4, 6, or 8. Now there's no way an 8 works, so 4 definitely doesn't work as the lower digit. I could still do 7, 8, 9, except for the fact that this is a 1 through 8 puzzle. It's an 8 by 8. So there are no 9s. So I cannot use a 6 here, therefore I cannot use a 3 as the smaller one. Which forces a 2 to be here. So 2 has to be one of those in this 8-cell cage, but doesn't seem super relevant otherwise. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7. 8 is going to have to be like this for all of these. And I think 1s are going to have to look like this.
Since column 7, the 2 has to go on the Kropke dot.
Yeah.
Cannot put a 3 on the thermos in rows 1 or 8. In column.
Right. In column
6.
7.
Well, no, over one more. You can't do a 3
Right. You can't
because that would be 1, 2, 3.
5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 9s.
Not that was particularly helpful, but
Not yet, but it will be helpful eventually. 10s can't have 5s, but they also can't have 1s. It's going to be 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. 1 and 9 isn't a possibility.
column 4, that 10.
Mm-hmm.
Since one of those 2 has to be an 8. Well, no,
Right.
it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Because of the row.
Right, yeah.
And the row.
Well, and the same with columns 5.
Yeah. 8's removed, so we remove the 7, the 6, the 5, and the 4 from the bulb, not the one right after.
Why did you take the 5 off of the vertical part of that thermo? Oh, never mind. The one above it can't be a 6.
Right, I took the wrong digit off.
I saw the 6 above it, and it's like, why does 5 go away?
Yeah. Definitely understandable. This is interesting. Along with that, if this is 4, 6, that would be 5 and 7. If this was 3, 7, it would be less interesting. Excuse me. But 7 is used up here. Because a 4-6 places a 7, or a 3-7
Right.
places a 7. But a 3-7 does not place 5. Where do we look next? Excuse me. Well, I guess I kind of want to ask the question of where does 1 and 2 go in column 4? Clearly not on the tip of the thermo. Can't go in the 10 because the 9 couldn't go in there, and the 8 from the X-wing from the tips of the thermos. And then not on the tip of that thermo, the middle of this thermo, so this has to be a 1-2 pair.
Nope.
So then what else is allowed here? 9 is never allowed, and it's minimum 4 if it can be a 4. And it can't be 7.
That puts 3-7 in the 10 cage.
Sure does. So we have 4, 5, 6, and 8 left over. So
Takes 3 off the thermo in box 5.
sure does.
Ah, the thermo that's in box 4, or the Kropke dot in box 4, cannot be 2, 4, because that would now then be 4, 5, 6, but it can't go up to 7
Oh, right.
on that
The
thermo.
7 removed from here takes 6, 5. Three minimum takes 3 out, takes 4 out. 1, 3. I don't think this can be a 5 in the corner. The reason for that is that would both be 6, both be 7, both be 8s. So yeah, you can't put 5 in the corner. It's a comfortable temperature in here, so I don't know why I'm cold. Or it should be a
Column
comfortable temperature.
5.
5.
1s and 2s.
Well, it can't go here. Those can't be 1s or 2s. That's not a 1 or a 2, and that's not a 1 or a 2. So those two are.
Row 1, where's 2 go?
It's going to have to be here because of this 2. And it can't be a 2 here because of the 2 that's here. So, and it can't be any of those. So this has to be 2, which means these 2 are 1s, and this isn't.
Now where is, oh, okay. Where is 2 in column 1? There we go.
Five, 6, 7. Well, 3 has to be one of these 2. But otherwise, no impact, no idea.
Place a 1 in row 2.
Can we do it in row 7? Not quite.
Have 2 1s left.
It's one of
Yeah, they
these
have
2.
to be in those 4.
But no idea where otherwise. I
Right.
do need a 2 in this cage. And it can't be these 2, those 3, here, a 1, or there. So this is the only spot for a 2. So that's forced to be a 1, which is going to make that the last one.
Where are the last 2 2s? Boxes 3 and 5.
So one of these 2, one of those 2.
Yeah. Okay, in columns 1 and 8,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 cannot be more than 1 away from the bulb.
Right. 1, 3.
Same with rows 1 and 8. I guess row 1 doesn't have one more than doesn't,
Yeah,
but
I did mess up these 2.
it just got missed.
Okay, I think this one's good.
So columns 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 7, and 8 have basically X-wings in 3. Plus column 4 has a 3, 7 pair.
7's out. 6 is going to go that one. I forgot what I was
So
doing with this red.
we know where 3s
It's
are in
3s.
columns. Column 4 we know where.
So none of these is going to have to be there.
Column 4. There's only one spot for a 4.
4, 3, 2. I am already fading, which is not great.
No, that's not.
I didn't exactly sleep well over the weekend, but had slept okay-ish the last couple of days, but not great. Where's 2 in this box? This 2 takes it out of both of those. These aren't 2s, and neither can those be, so that's a 2. That's actually
Oh,
all the
that's
2s.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 7, 8.
4, 6, 7, or 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 8. That's what it is.
5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It isn't particularly helpful. Now I know that I can't put 3 in any of these. So what am I missing? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That one can't have 3.
About this group. So I'm missing 4 through 8. This can't be a 7. This cannot be a 5, because if it was a 5, 6 and 8 would have to be the remainder. Have to go 5,
There
6,
wouldn't be
8.
a place to put a 4.
Right. Because this would be both 3 and 4.
Right.
So 5. Is 6, 8 going to be a problem? Well, actually, the reverse
It would
is
be the
probably
same with
6, 7,
the
8.
column 8 also. Row 7. Cannot be a 5 or a 6. Because if it's 5, then you have to put 3, 4 in
Right.
row 2. So it can't be 5 or 6. Yeah. So now it's a 3, 4 pair in row 7.
Can we get something else that does similar? 6, 7, 8. Make this a 5, 4, 3. I'm not seeing something similar, which is weird. If this was 5 or 6, well, it could go 3, 4. Okay.
Oh, the Kropke dot. Okay, if that's 3, 4,
Yeah.
then
Oh,
the
that would
tip of
break.
the other thermo has to be 8. If it's
I think forces my 3s.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that places 4 in row 8. And 5.
4, 5.
Four in the cage.
5, 6, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7,
a 4
8.
in. 4 is placed. Yeah. You can get rid of the red now.
7.
5 can be placed in box 5.
5. 4. 4. 6 can't lead to another 6. 7 has to be one of those two, so it's not here. What'd you see?
Column 8 can place the 4.
5, 6,
5
7,
can't go on the tip of the thermo. Either one.
Oh, right. Hey, this can't be a 6 either.
Actually, that
This
one
has
is
to
an
be
8.
So place 8 on the other side. 6. 8. That's 5. 5, 6 is just fine. 6 and 7 is fine in both of those.
The
There's
cage
5, 6, 7, 8.
has to have an 8, so row 7 has its 8, so the 7, 8 in box is.
Ta-da! All right. That's not the one. Right. Alright. I think we'll attempt the next one. It should be pretty short, but might have to end quite early.
You said you're a little sleepy-ish.
Yeah. I'm over here falling asleep in the middle of a puzzle and then just sort of
That's
like
not good.
startling awake. Probably doesn't make for the best streaming content, but you know, that's allowed. I'm not a professional streamer or anything. Alright, so we are going to give this last one a go. The Detached Regions of 7 by MD88 Keys. Place the digits 0 through 6 once in every row, column, and 7-cell region. Only one marked region has 7 orthogonally connected cells. Interesting. The 6 remaining regions are split into 2 orthogonally connected groups of cells. A 2-cell group paired with 5-cell group, etc. Digits in a cage may repeat and sum to 5. Okay. An X orthogonally adjacent pairs of cells sum to 10 are marked with an X. And negative constraint, all X clues are given. V's orthogonally adjacent pairs of cells that sum to 5 are marked with a V, except for pairs of cells that live within the same cage. Negative constraint, all V clues outside of cages or on cage boundaries are given.
Okay.
Okay.
0 through 6. That means X has to be 4 and 6.
How does this work? This 3-cell cage? Oh, we can put zeros in there. Never mind. Well, 2 of these have to be 0. And then it's going to have to be 1, 1, and 3. Or 2, 2, 1, I think are the only possibilities. There go red and blue.
Okay, in the bottom, just above that X clue, the 4, 6, that's gonna have to be 0, 2, and 3 because they sum to 5. And they're all in the same region. So 1 and 5.
Yeah. So this is my only
Okay, well, since
contiguous group.
the right hand of that 1, 5 is in a 4-cell cage, it
Yeah.
cannot be 5 because those can't all be 0.
Right.
That'd be 1.
Well, blue isn't 1 anymore.
And for the rest of that cage, the bottom,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to be 0, 1, and 3 with the 1 up there above.
2.
Yeah.
And then
4,
4,
6.
5, and 6.
Well, it can't be 4 and 6 because all X are given.
Right. So that's a 5. Now, these 2 are 1 cells.
Right, and they pair with a 6-cell cage. Right? 6 remaining regions are split into 2 orthogonally connected groups of cells. A 2-cell group paired with a 5-cell group, for
2
example.
cell, 5 cell, 2 cell. Where did a 5 cell go? Here. 3 and 4. 4 and 3. So one of these 2 1s is the other of 4 and 6. Now, V's, orthogonally adjacent pairs of cells that sum to 5, are marked with a V except for pairs of cells that live within the same cage. Negative constraint, all V clues outside of cages or on cage boundaries are given. So that would mean that this, if this was a 3,
Right.
there would be a V, right?
Right. So that has to be the 0. Right, but in that other cage, it doesn't matter because they're within the cage.
Yeah.
Well, in that top cage, is that a 5-cell cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why the stripes.
Right.
This could be 0, 5 for all I know. This one can't. So 1 and 4.
Well, and they can't. Oh, it's a cage.
6 is one of these 2. But one of these 3 has to have a 0 in it. Because it's either 1, well, none of it's 1, so it has to be 2, 3, and 0. And since neither of these are 3, that's 3.
And it, across the cage, yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
These 2 can't be 1s now. So this is a 1, because we've got 0 and 2. 2 2s is 4, plus 1 makes 5.
Yeah, and column 3, the 3 and a 6. You can't have 4 next to the 1.
Right. Or no, it's allowed inside of a cage.
All right, the next to the last row. The row 6. Those are left with 0, 2, 3, 5, 6. Well, that one can't be 0, 2, or 3. There's already 0, 2, 3 in the cage. Or in the region.
Yeah.
So that's a 5, 6 pair in the row.
So 0 is one of these two, so that's 2. Now that's 2. 0, 0, 2. 5, 6, and 1 is in whatever 2 cell is over here. 1 in the other 5, 6. Well, this can't have 1 in it, so this is that.
All right, where's the other 5 cell?
It's going to be this one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, this is that. And it can't be a 3. So these two are 6. 1 and 4
That
can't be next to each other.
column 5 needs a 4 and a 5. And
Because
the
this is 1 or
cage,
5. This
that's
has
in
to
a
be 4.
that's a going yeah, that's a cage. So that's 4, 1, 0. Okay, that's a 6 cages left with a 4 or 5. Where are the ones? There's one in column 1.
Well, I need a 0 in this row.
Well, blue can't have 6 in it.
Oh, it can't. So one of those two is 6, and it's not this one. So that's the blue 6. And this is the yellow 4,
4 or 5.
Now, a 0 has to be here then, because it can't be over in one of these two. 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 3, 0.
Column 4 needs a 2 and a 4. And it can't be next to the 4, obviously.
Red, yellow, blue.
Well, we could probably get rid of the
Purple.
colors on those. Well, leave yellow. We wouldn't even need to leave yellow.
It's just red and gray left.
Okay. Well,
4 and 4 don't work, so this one's red and this one's gray. And that's
yeah,
going to
1,
be
3, and
0.
5 is gray.
Three.
One,
6.
5.
Yeah. I'm glad they were short puzzles today. Got through 4 of them.
They haven't been particularly difficult, so.
No. I mean, they were short videos from cracking the cryptics, so I knew they were going to be speedy, easy puzzles. So, row 1. I'm going to call this one pretty easy, too.
Yeah.
Can't really, it was pretty straightforward. Like, this is pretty much given, that it has to be 4, 6. We didn't need to consider the negative constraint for 10s.
No.
At least I didn't, and I don't think you did. We did have to consider the 5 negative constraint. So that fixed this part here. I think there was another one here or there that helped with that.
But even at that, it wasn't very much.
We've got 40 minutes left, but my brain, I think,
Does not have
wants to
40
call
minutes
it
of brain
quits.
power left.
Yeah. I just don't want to fall asleep. So, well, I want to fall asleep. I just don't want to do it on stream. That
Yeah.
is, I think, going to be that for today. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see additional content on this channel, that is cooperative games on Saturdays at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, usually, unless I fail to sleep like I did last Saturday, or more accurately, Friday into Saturday. And then Sudoku's usually Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, although I might be considering changing up that schedule, but I obviously have to confer with Mama about that one. And we'll get that figured out, because I've been going to more local events that have been interrupting the schedule. So I consider switching things around a bit. Might not stream Sudoku next week due to shifting internet around and getting moving and stuff. Aside from that, I promise I'll play Final Fantasy VI eventually. It won't be soon. But yeah. If you want to see any particular games or any particular puzzles, make sure to suggest them in the comments. But with that, my brain is done. So, again, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.